Lying comfortably on your back, bring your knees up to your chest and just circle your knees around a few times in each direction, giving your low back a nice massage. Then stretching one leg out long, bringing the other one up to the sky. Bend and extend that knee a few times, opening up your hamstring and rotate that ankle. Just starting to loosen everything up. After a few rotations on one side, switch and do the other leg. Be sure to bend and extend that knee as well to stretch your hamstring. Then bring one leg out to a 45-degree angle, bending the knee and then just letting that knee drop in towards the midline and then out. There's no end range point in mind here. You're not trying to touch the floor. Just open up the rotation in that hip. After a few rotations on one side, switch and do the other side. Spend as much time as you need on each of these stretches. You can pause this video at any time to do a few more rotations. After you're finished there, roll onto your side, stacking your shoulders one on top of the other, bringing the top leg across and planting that knee firmly into the ground. And then just open up the chest by bringing one arm out and slightly above your head at an angle. You should feel a nice stretch across the upper spine and the chest. Do about 3 or 4 rotations on each side, keeping that knee firmly in contact with the ground. Next, we're going to practice engaging and activating the abdominals. Forcefully exhale as you draw your elbows towards your knees and feel the sensation of your belly button drawing down towards the mat. Then, planting your feet firmly on the mat, exhale as you press the ground away with your feet and draw the hips up, creating a straight line between your shoulders and your knees. This activates your glutes. Again, please pause the video at any time to do more repetitions of each exercise. I recommend at least 6 reps of each stretch. Flipping to your belly, place your hands just in front of your shoulders and very, very gently lift your heart. Just enjoying a light extension in the spine. Don't force this movement any further than is comfortable. Moving into a lunge. Rock forward and backward. You can place your hands on the mat. You should enjoy a nice stretch through the hamstrings when you rock back and a nice stretch through the opposite hip flexor when you rock forward. So placing your hands down gives you a little bit more support. You can lift your hands to your hips if you feel comfortable. After a few rotations, switch sides. And if you feel balanced and feel like you want to start warming up your shoulders, you can lift your arms and start warming up those shoulders with each repetition, rocking forwards and back. Next, come to standing. Fold forward, bending your knees as much as you need to, and walk your hands out to a plank. Hold the plank for a second there, and then lift the hips toward the sky. Let your head fall between your arms and slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Again, bending your knees as much as you need to and come to standing. Complete about 4 rounds of this hand walking exercise. Now that we're getting a little bit more movement going, you'll want to warm up by doing about 10 jumping jacks. Then take a little stepping pattern and every few steps, pause to stretch the quads. Grab that ankle, make sure your knee is pointing straight down. Continue to warm up, adding a few more jumping jacks. I typically do sets of 10. Again, stepping pattern, and then lift your leg up to hug your knee in towards your chest and get a nice stretch across the glutes. Next, we'll practice a marching pattern. So march with your arms swinging forwards and back and slowly build speed. Go a little faster and take a little break. When you march, you'll want to flex your toes up towards your nose, pretending that you're holding an invisible bucket with those toes. Next round, go a little bit faster. Really pick up some speed and start warming up the body. Final round, if you feel up to adding a little skip, you can actually push the ground away and add a little skip into that marching pattern. For each round, you'll just want to go for about 3 to 5 seconds. Finally, getting down in an athletic position, do a little quick feet football run drill. About 3 rounds of 3 to 5 seconds should do it. Just activating the nervous system and again, continuing to warm up and build heat in the body.